Happy Halloween! Joining us from the Randolph Theatre in downtown Toronto, Evil Dead the Musical. The things I do for my job. I have a feeling I'm going to get my head cut off at some point, but first, I'm with George. George is one of the writers here, and you guys have put on quite the production. Tell me about this show.
It's crazy. So we've made a musical based on the Evil Dead franchise, and it's not scary at all. It's the funniest thing you'll see. We shoot blood on the audience. We shoot blood on our cast. We can even shoot blood on you. One of our characters gets her head cut off at one point. That is who you are at this point.
Okay.
The talking head, the headless. There is a headless body that goes around, but you're the loose head who comes alive for a while.
That's pretty cool. So this is based on the movies, obviously.
Yes. Yeah. So Sam Raimi, who you probably know, he made the first Spider-Man trilogy. These were his first movies, Evil Dead. The musical is kind of based on, it's more heavily into 1 and 2. Evil Dead's a whole series that's going for years and years. Yeah, we have a pretty crazy cult following, so.
Yeah.
And that's kind of shifted over to this musical, and somehow they like show tunes, and they like being covered in blood at the end of listening to those show tunes, so it sounds good to us.
That's amazing. Now, casting this production, I mean, you had to find someone who was like a lot of people that are multi-talented, like that not only can act, but that can sing and dance and like really get into the gore and horror theme.
And they have to be funny, and that's actually the hardest part. Is find someone who can sing and dance and be funny. No one on Broadway is funny at all. If you've ever met any of those people, our cast are the funniest people who can. They're, like I said, they're not triple threats. They're like quadruple threats, 5 times threats, whatever. They can do it all. Yeah, we have like our lead Ash right here. If you ever want to meet him, too.
Well, I do want to meet him. Can I meet him now?
This is David.
Hi, David.
He is playing Ash. He has a chainsaw. And since you're now part of the show, I'm going to step away because the writer never becomes part of the bloody part. But David can show you what it's like when you chainsaw a head.
Okay, I'm ready, I think. Oh boy. Oh boy. We are back at Evil Dead the Musical in Toronto at Randolph Theatre, and I'm now being joined by lead character, I believe. Is it lead? Ash.
Ash, yes.
Right? Tell me a little bit about your role in this.
Well, Ash, he's very much a kind of a solid guy that slowly turns into the hero type. He kind of goes through this big arc of journey and demons and deadites and all this crazy stuff, and you kind of see him dive into the madness by the end of the show.
I feel like Ash does a lot of killing, maybe?
Maybe just a tad.
There's
just
a little
tad.
bit.
He gets a little beat up by others himself. Yeah.
Now, when you say the Evil Dead the Musical, I mean, this isn't like, it's more satire and like, not necessarily funny, but there's like a little bit of a.
It's definitely based more in the comedy route.
Okay, like
the
tongue
movies,
in cheek, a little bit.
The tongue in cheek is one way of putting it. Yeah, the movies very much go into the horror realm. We generally kind of play on that more into the comedy aspect of things. It's not a horror, but it is a comedy. It's kitschy, it's catchy, and a lot of fun.
Okay, so family friendly a little bit.
A little bit, if you don't mind some strong language and mature subject matter.
Okay. What kind of things can viewers expect in terms of like fun and interactive? Now, we're going to get right into the splatter zone.
Yes.
But what else?
So yes, of course, one of our big draws is the splatter zone. We do spray a lot of fake blood on our audience. But you get to see really awesome dance numbers, really strong comedians and actors and dancers going on stage. We also do have some fun little props here.
Okay.
One of my personal favorite props, just a nice little glass jar, or so it would seem, but there's a little bit more to it. And do you want to maybe take that and just give it a good old right there?
You want me, how hard do I?
As hard as you want.
How hard? No, for real?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh my God, I'm scared. You ready?
Go for it, yep.
I was not expecting that.
And that's the fun of this show.
Does it hurt?
No, not at all. No, it's made of resin, so it's super chill. You want to try it?
Yeah, I want to try it. I want to prove to viewers that didn't hurt because they're going to start to think that I was abusive or something on you.
Yeah, surprise. So here we go. You're going to look all the way over there just so you don't get any fake glass in the face.
I'm closing my eyes.
Yeah, go for it.
Wow. That was a lot of fun.
That's our show.
People can expect to see a lot of that, a lot of blood, a lot of gore.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing. Okay, we have so much more coming up from downtown Toronto. You don't want to miss it. Tickets are still on sale. You can get them. Show runs until January the 5th. So much more coming up on Morning Live, but for now, back inside the studio. Back at Evil Dead, the musical in Toronto. You can still get tickets for this. This runs until January the 5th, and so much fun to be had. A little bit family friendly, a little bit not so much, meaning there's a little bit of strong language and mature subject matter, but if you've got, strong, mature, preteens, the show would be okay for them. So I've just been wandering around the stage, checking things out, and someone actually told me that there was a demon in here. So, oh my goodness. Hi, Taryn.
Hi.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us today in your demon ways. What's it like to play a demon?
It is super fun. Cheryl starts out as kind of the annoying little sister, if you will, of Ash.
Okay.
And she kind of gets, a little bit bugged by Ash and his friends. So it's really nice to have my moment to get back at them and be a demon and all kinds of fun like that.
What's the best part about performing in a show like this?
You know what? It's really, the audience has been amazing. The audience, it's unlike any audience I've ever performed for. They're unique. They love the show. And it's really awesome to see the interaction, the blood getting splattered at them. They all love it, and that's definitely the best part. I try to sneak a peek if I can.
Yeah, of course.
Of them getting splattered with blood.
How much time do you spend in this box?
A good amount, actually. I would say at least half the show I'm kind of popping up and down from the trap. I start, on my own 2 feet, but then I get put in here, and I'm locked in the cellar for most of the show.
Oh, because you've been so bad.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And then the last half hour we dance all over.
That makes sense. Now, what would you tell someone who's never seen the show before? Why should someone come and see it?
It's unlike any musical I've ever done. It's so much fun. It's funny. And the interactive bits are awesome. If you're a fan of the movies, then you'll absolutely love this musical adaptation. So
how similar are they? Like,
they're very similar.
Yeah?
There's a lot of mixing from multiple movies. So you kind of have to be a fan, or fans of Evil Dead in general will love this.
But if you're not, this is certainly something to experience if you've never done something
100%,
like this before.
100%. I had never personally watched the movies before I started this show, but it's been so much fun. There's so much for everybody to enjoy, even if you've watched the movies or not.
Okay, well, the fact that I got this thing smashed on my head and it actually didn't hurt, that just gives people a bit of a synopsis of how much fun you guys have on stage. I can tell that you guys really enjoy your jobs.
Oh, 100%.
And I think that portrays to the audience as well, and that's why you guys are sold out in the splatter zone night after night after night.
Yeah, it's really incredible.
It's amazing. Okay, we have so much more fun coming up from downtown Toronto. Down you go. Evil Dead the musical. Okay, well, they said that we should probably do this segment last because it could get the messiest. We're going to find out why in just a moment, and you're going to find out why I'm wearing this poncho. But we've got the director of Evil Dead the musical sitting with us, Chris. What is it like to direct a production like this?
It's heavy. There's a lot going on. It's not just your typical acting with a little singing, a little dancing. There's puppets, there's special effects, there's...
Puppets?
Yeah, there's puppets, yeah.
Okay.
But the big thing we have is we kind of dump a lot of blood on the audience, and it looks like... Yeah, a lot of fake blood, yeah.
Well, I'm glad it's fake and not real.
Yeah.
That would be concerning for so many reasons.
True.
Okay, so fake blood, a lot of gore, but it's not like a scary show.
No, not at all. It's 100% hilarious. It's a comedy. We're just kind of lampooning 80s horror movies, but there's an interactive element that is the most funnest thing you could do in a theater, which is sit in our splatter zone. And when Ash is chopping up all these zombies, you might get hit with just a little bit of blood.
Just a little?
Yeah, just a tiny bit of blood. It's cold too. It's minty.
Just a little bit. Okay. This is good times.
Yeah.
So when you're trying to direct this.
Yeah.
I understand that the interactive part, there's a Christmas promotion going on that if people really don't like their bosses, they can actually get them to go up on stage. Is that true?
Absolutely true. We have a promo. It's called Splat the Boss.
It's in my eye.
It's in mine too.
It's in my eye.
Where you can come for an event and you bring the whole crew for a staff party, and we'll actually let your boss come up onto the stage and we'll splat him real good. So it's our Splat the Boss promo. It's very fun.
I love that. Okay,
Yeah.
so tickets, where do you get your tickets?
Ticketmaster, I believe, is the spot, or you can go to Evil Dead the Musical
The website.
.com or Starbucks Entertainment. Get those tickets today, and we're running until January 5.
Okay.
It's Evil Dead, and this is the Splatter Zone.
Evil Dead the Musical. I can't open my eyes because it stings. This has been so much fun.
Yeah,
thank you for having us. And we're going to have all the information on our website, too, chch.com. All right, enough with the blood.
Okay. That was a lot of blood.